Prince Andrew had been defiant that he would fight sexual assault allegations in front of a jury for the world to see, but in a surprise about-face has reached a settlement out of court. The Duke, who is often referred to as the Queen's favorite son, was defending a civil case in New York brought by Virginia Giuffre, who accused him of sexually assaulting her in 2001. He has repeatedly denied the allegations, which have cast a shadow over the royal family for more than 2 years. As the Queen prepares to celebrate 70 years on the throne, royal biographer Penny Junor says the settlement will come as a relief to Buckingham Palace. "I think for the royal family, this is really the only decision Prince Andrew could have taken. This will save months of embarrassing revelations coming out and spoiling the Queen's Platinum Jubilee year," she said. Buckingham Palace has declined to comment on the settlement, but has gone to great lengths to distance itself from the allegations since they were made public in 2019. "There's been a huge amount of reputational damage. There's been tremendous embarrassment and humiliation. But at the same time the royal family was very swift to distance itself from anything relating to Prince Andrew," royal commentator Victoria Arbiter told the ABC. In the fallout from a widely criticised 2019 BBC interview, Prince Andrew announced he would be taking a step back from public life indefinitely. And in mid-2020, he hired a public relations firm to take over his dealings with the press. Last month, in a rare statement regarding the Duke from Buckingham Palace, he was formally stripped of his honorary military titles. Sources also said he would no longer be entitled to be called His Royal Highness. Ms. Arbiter says it's unlikely Prince Andrew will join the rest of his family at public events celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in June. Prince Andrew would be desperate for some kind of role in this Platinum Jubilee year, but they are going to want to avoid that at all costs, she said. "In terms of public life, he's done. We will not be seeing him any further. Settlement details unknown, but likely worth millions of dollars." A letter submitted to the United States District Court by Ms. Giuffre's lawyer on Tuesday said the two parties had reached a settlement in principle, and that the Duke would make a substantial donation to Ms. Giuffre's charity in support of victims' rights. The total monetary settlement has not been disclosed, but Loyola Marymount University law professor Laurie Levinson says it is likely a 7-figure sum. How many millions? We don't know. They are also framing it as some of the money goes to her, some of it goes to charity. But I would be surprised if it wasn't in the millions, she told the ABC. Prince Andrew has reached an undisclosed settlement with Virginia Giuffre. Supplied. Prince Andrew made no admission of liability in the agreement, but said he accepted Ms. Giuffre had suffered as a victim of abuse, and pledged to demonstrate his regret for his association with the convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. His lawyers worked very hard not to make him admit guilt, Ms. Levinson said. He said, "Look, I support abuse victims, I support her, I support the causes, but the one thing he didn't say is, I did it. The Giuffre settlement follows a debt that Prince Andrew settled last month with a French socialite, allowing him to sell his ski chalet in the Swiss resort of Verbier worth an estimated $32 million. Royal watchers have suggested the prince needed the money from this sale to fund his legal costs. British-based anti-monarchy group Republic argues the British public has a right to know where the settlement money came from. This is a very big question, because it reflects on the British state, it reflects on our head of state, and it reflects on the establishment more generally if all of this is being done in a way that ultimately means that the taxpayer is funding this settlement, the group's chief executive Graham Smith told. There are lots of questions about Andrew's personal wealth and how he managed to fund the lifestyle that he leads. The UK's Women's Equality Party has criticised the settlement, claiming it undermines justice. "I'm angry at this latest example of a powerful, wealthy man being able to wield his power and his wealth to allow him to dodge accountability for some very serious allegations that have been made against him," party leader Mandu Reid told. "I don't think that he's paid a price that's proportionate to the allegations that were made against him. Yes, he's been stripped of his titles and some of his privileges, but frankly, the experience he's had pales in comparison to the experience Virginia has had over the last couple of decades, and that survivors of sexual violence deal with day in, day out, when nobody believes them. Questions also surround the prince's future role in the royal family. Prince Charles has made clear his ambition to one day have a smaller group of core working family members. Prince Andrew's settlement may have been the only way to save the royal family from a drawn-out court case, but his future role in the firm is as unclear as ever before.